What's up, y'all? Sunflower Fantasy Football Podcast, Week 11. What's up,
Going on,
Tristan?
boys?
Having some drinks, hanging out, talking some fantasy. First Zoom video as COVID rages through this great nation. Yeah,
it's actually probably a good idea that we did this virtually because my dad's not feeling great. So
yeah, that's sus.
pending results there. But
yeah, very sus.
yeah, thank God for Zoom.
Thank God for Zoom.
All right, well, a lot's happened since we've last done our podcast.
Sure has. So let's get into the league.
Real quick, I like your background.
The background is nice. Background is nice. HGTV star Tristan Parr.
Yep. Ooh, bars.
Yeah, man.
Par bars.
That's nice. All right.
Tight
So
race, fellas.
Very tight. League is looking real tight. So sitting in first, as usual, is your boy, Southwick FFC. But it's close. And it's anybody's race in this division. Like, technically speaking, like it is anybody's race. Tristan can still win this division.
Hey, man, I'm tied with Greg.
Yeah. But you guys have both been hanging in there, rising.
But Greg just chipped away the rest of his team, so he's
Yeah.
I doubt he'll finish last in the division.
He traded a significant portion of his team and his future assets also. So we will see how that shakes out.
Yeah.
Somebody is not very happy with him.
Well, I'm kind of salty now because, like, if I would have known it would have been so easy to take advantage of Greg, I wish I would have known that before he got rid of anything worthy. I mean, dude's got Terry, and that's about it.
Yeah, Terry's kind of
Josh Stallion, but meh.
Definitely meh. Not even close to the best QB this season. Not even close.
Nope.
But let's get into the biggest news, which was the tie between Mark and Ryan.
Dude, that was hilarious. I had a feeling, man. Anytime Mark's in the mix, you know the ties and
yeah,
it could happen.
Dude, anytime that like you just need like one player to score more or less than like a totally reasonable like number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's always in the realm of possibility, but it's always unlikely for some reason. But it finally hit, and pretty huge implications because now Ryan is not tied for first in the division, and neither is Mark. So
yeah,
it's hilarious for both of them. Mark seems more happy about it than Ryan, but
Mark's just got a better spirit about him than Ryan does.
Always willing to have a laugh at Ryan's expense.
Yeah, I mean, Mark's also used to like being in the race without ever actually getting there, and Ryan's used to sucking ass, and now that he's got his first taste of like semi-success, it's just kind of funny to watch it blow up in his face. So
yeah, he is hurting after that.
Yep.
All right. How about before we get into the recap, let's look at the playoff standings. Current playoff standings is Evan and Quinn in the wild card game.
Yeah, Evan took a big L this week.
He did. And Mark and Pat in the second round semifinal.
Yeah, I mean, it's still anybody's game in this playoff bracket.
Yeah, definitely is.
You know what I mean? Like, I could see this switching up quite a bit. And, I mean, I know we've only got 3 weeks left, but it's anybody's game except for the New York Jets.
Any of the 6, 7, and 8. could definitely still make not only the wild card game, but they can definitely still grab a bye. I'm looking at Ryan specifically for the bye week, but you could definitely you're a game out, so I definitely think you've got a chance.
Yeah, I got a tough schedule coming up though. That's what's tough about it.
Yeah, I've got Evan this week and then Ryan next week. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at Mark with his, like, I know that he sucked ass this week, but I mean, like, his team definitely upgraded. Then I've got Pat, or no, then I've got Coos, and then I've got Pat, and that's when the Panthers are on bye. So even if McCaffrey,
oh, that's right, yeah, they are.
Then Robbie Anderson's fucking, he's out, but
that's rough. And Mike Davis.
Hey man. So yeah, but it's all good.
All right, well, good luck. See if you get in here in 3 weeks' time. See if we're talking about you making the playoffs.
Yeah, if I don't, I might rage quit this podcast, but
as long as you don't rage quit the league, then we'll be fine.
Amen. You never know. Still got more championships than Ryan, so I can't be too salty.
Yeah, more championships than Mike. There's four winless teams, I think, in the league, or championship-less teams. Yeah, which is hilarious. We got guys that are playing for like 9-10 years, haven't won. That's rough. It sucks. I mean, even like Kyle has one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
like yeah, it's only one, but like at least he got
Kyle, it. He sucks, bro.
Yeah, Kyle sucks. Dude's 1-9 this year. Ridiculous.
Why he's in the SI?
Yeah, SI division is awful. SI division is currently being carried by Ryan and Evan. That's all you gotta say. The truth comes out after dark.
Yeah, true. You get sunflower cocktails in the end.
Yeah, sunflower after dark.
Yep.
All right, let's take a look at the scoreboard and get some week 10 recap going in here. All right, at a glance.
Had a lot of ugly games this week, not gonna lie.
A lot of the losers were ugly, including myself, unfortunately.
Well, it was just a very low-scoring week across the league. You know, I mean, you had Pat and Quinn that went off, and Greg did well, but I mean, and those games weren't even that close. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, it wasn't
the
very.
Game of the week still was the game of the week. Like, you guys projected Mark and Ryan to be game of the week, and they tied at a 99, but they tied.
That's remarkable. And dude, so how sick is it that Kyler and D-Hop were on opposite ends of that game and ended up as a tie?
Damn, I didn't even realize. Yeah. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
No wonder
I noticed it when it happened. I noticed it when it happened, but I hadn't thought about it in terms of the tie until just now.
That's funny.
All right, let's go into them game by game.
Yeah.
We'll start with it. Why not?
Let's start from the top.
We're on the subject. And so we had a 99-99 tie.
Very evenly matched. Russ with like the worst game of his career, and
not career probably, but of the season.
Yeah. Well, definitely of the season, but it's questionable.
Kyler kind of carried.
DJ Dallas both sus. JD and James Robinson did fine. Devontae and DeAndre. DK Metcalf, that was a tough game for him.
Oh yeah. Just for it's fun. They both sides, Ryan and Mark both got the bad end of the Seattle offense this week.
Mm-hmm.
But the real hurt for Mark was late Sunday night when Ravens and Tucker just laid an egg.
Yeah.
Big disappointment there.
Yeah. Big upset.
Yeah, go Pats. Go Cam. Love to see that.
Jared Cook with the goose.
Jared Cook with the goose with Johnny Smith rushing touchdown on the bench. Ryan is so salty.
Yeah.
Dude is on he's on another salt level with that one. But dude, I think it's hilarious. Is I saw on Twitter today that James Robinson had two touchdowns called back by penalty. That's absolutely that's like two, like not just one. Where you'd be like, oh my god, that one James Robinson play. Like he had two touchdowns called back by penalty.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Super
Nick
brutal.
Chubb has entered the chat. At least
Yeah. At least it didn't cost you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, move on. Dang, if Mark would have
What
started.
sucks is I was rooting for I needed one of these guys to lose this week for my playoff chances, and I was rooting against Mark for the most part. And I kind of thought about it. I was like, wait, Ryan's got a worse record to be better if Ryan lost. So I was kind of going back and forth on this game, but I needed somebody to lose. So really, the real loser was me because they fucking tied.
Yeah, that's a
It
bummer.
really just kind of jacked the whole standings. If you're trying to make that climb, it really just kind of fucked the lower rung people. But
yeah, like I said, man, huge implications. This tie would be massive. This tie will probably have a huge effect on the final wild card berth, like the number 5 seed.
Yeah,
I would imagine, because I don't think both of these teams are getting a bye. It's possible, but I think one of these teams are probably going to be in the wild card game. So
yeah, for sure.
All right, let's move on. Let's do our games last. So we'll go with Evan and Greg. Evan, the surging.
Not having Kelsey hurt.
Yeah, hurt bad. And yeah, Evan is surging, but he took a little stumble this week with a 132 to 103 loss. They lost control of first place.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Evan's team, man, is he's got two juggernauts in Dalvin Cook and Travis Kelce, and Deshaun Watson's been playing a lot better, but the rest of his team's just kind of suspect, man. It's just boom or bust, and like he's been hitting recently, but like you see this last week and it ain't great.
Yeah, I mean, he got 16 points from Matt Prater. Oh, he actually has another point there because of the. Let me just do that now. Because Matt Prater kicked a
winning field goal.
Which one? Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, it's hard to, like, at this point, we can't sleep on Evan's team just because he has been just fucking killing it. But it's, it's got its weaknesses. It's vulnerable.
He's facing me this week, coming off with getting back Ridley, and I've got some really good matchups up and down the lineup. I think this is a big bounce back week for me. I think I'm going to take Evan down. Call my shot, personally.
Well, speaking of vulnerable teams, Greg, I mean, his best players are Terry McLaurin and Aaron Jones. Oh, wait. Never mind. I guess insert Antonio Gibson.
And Gurley and Cooper are coming in as reinforcements.
Yeah, okay, so, sorry, Cooper with fucking no quarterback play. And Gurley, who, like, the only reason he's fantasy relevant is because he scores touchdowns even when he doesn't mean to. Like,
true. Very true.
I'm sorry, but Greg, like, you had it, man. And I guess Steelers' defense is honestly, like, I mean, solid.
Yeah, they've been good. Let's see. Let's take a look at their schedule.
I want to see what their lowest score was.
Dang, they got Jacksonville this week. That's pretty juicy.
Ooh, that's rough. Trap game.
It's not a trap game. That's a good matchup. I don't see that as a trap game. That'd be hilarious, though.
I mean, dude, the Cowboys almost beat Pittsburgh. Let's not fool ourselves.
Yeah. But the Jags have only won one game this season, and it was in week 1. So let's not act like.
And trap game.
Dude, if they didn't win that game in week 1, which looks like a total fluke right now, people would be talking about them in the same breath as the New York Jets. Let's just be real.
True.
So
And you'd still be in the death pool. Well,
probably would have already burnt out by now, but maybe.
Yeah. Speaking of, just a quick sidebar. Quinn and I are both down to 1 game each. It's coming down to the wire.
That's actually nice. I want to look at the.
He had a big lead on me, and
did he really?
we're both we both picked Green Bay this week, and we almost lost that to the Jags. But
dang, yeah.
Trap game. Anyways, back to this. Yeah, I mean, Evan and Greg are trash. Evan doesn't deserve a playoff spot.
Dude,
Greg deserves to be dead last.
Cole Beasley, Chase Edmonds on the bench, Marvin Jones. I mean, these aren't like great players, but like they're doing work. He's got Joe Mixon still. Let's not act like.
Well, it's not like a mix is valuable. Like, I mean, I wouldn't trade him and like Melvin Gordon for say Christian McCaffrey or something. But
no,
I mean,
well, that's what he did.
That's the point.
Antonio Gibson. I mean, Gibson has been good though. Let's be real.
Oh yeah,
Gibson's been a beast. He's number 12 running back, and he's put up another 20-point game this week. He doesn't get like the receiving work because McKissick just eats all of that, but he's pretty good. Yeah. Gibson is good.
Yeah, Gibson's fine, but he's not McCaffrey. I mean, I understand McCaffrey's been like.
Not McCaffrey. Of course, he's not McCaffrey.
Well, yeah, I mean, we say of course, but apparently Greg doesn't know that.
Well, he thought Joe Mixon scoring 42 points meant that he was a suitable replacement, but that was fool's gold.
Yep. Anyways, we should move on to the next game.
All right, yeah. I'm down. All right. Pat versus Kyle, the classic rivalry. Was pretty close. It was close. Yeah, it was close only because the Bears had a great performance. If it weren't for that, then it wasn't close. It wasn't close going into that game. So Pat kind of showed out with Diggs, Josh Jacobs, Rogers, and T. Higgins, bro. T. Higgins has been absolutely amazing. Like,
yeah, I feel like he's been slept on. Like, of all the like rookie receivers, T. Higgins doesn't get mentioned much, but he's showing out. I mean, he's consistent.
Dude, this looks like the exact opposite of CD Lamb's production. Like, CD Lamb was these double-digit numbers in the beginning, and then he fell off. But T. Higgins, like, wasn't good, and then now he's CD Lamb. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah.
You drop CD Lamb?
Dude. It's the same situation. It's the quarterback. Like, he doesn't have a great schedule. Like,
yeah, I get it.
I needed it. Like, I kept Debo for a reason, and I hope that comes to fruition. So I can, because last week it came down to whether I drop Debo or whether I drop CD Lamb.
Yeah.
And I hope that.
Yeah, James Conner though. Fucking.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I don't think you should have got rid of Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I agree. What did you get out of that?
You got Jacobs and Julio.
You got rid of Derrick Henry and Amari.
Yeah, and Cooper. I mean, Julio was on bye, so we're not seeing the full roster.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst. I mean, I think Julio. I would take Julio over Cooper given the situation right now. And yeah, Henry. I think that was fairly even.
I mean, Jacobs had a good game, so
yeah, it's a preference thing. I think. I mean, Derrick Henry did not have a great game.
I feel like Henry is going to be more valuable come playoff time, but I don't know.
Yeah.
What do I know? I'm only the reigning champion.
Yeah, he gets better the colder it gets, man.
Yeah, dude, last year in the playoffs, like his run from like week, whatever it was, 14 or 15, and through the AFC championship game was like, it was nuts. Like dude, before people forget, before that time, like Derrick Henry was seen as like almost like a bust. Like Derrick Henry had never been good basically until that moment. Like he flashed, right? But he was never consistently good until last week.
I had no interest in him until And even this year, I was kind of low on him just because like I was worried about his consistency. Like,
Yeah.
dude's talented, he's a beast, but I mean, there's question marks, or there were question marks around him.
Dude, you know what? I like to pull this little fun fact out. Patrick Mahomes is the same size as Derrick Henry, but he's 10 pounds lighter. But you would never guess that.
Height.
You would never get. He's same height and 10 pounds lighter.
I mean, Mahomes is beefy, dude. I mean, he's big. I mean, I hope they all find that out in person when I paint his house. You dig?
See on HGTV.
Yeah, bro. Got the rest of this file to see him.
Let's go. You dig? Yeah, you sure do. Oh, I didn't even realize that Derrick Henry was in this game.
Yeah. Duke Johnson with the fucking disappointment of the week.
Yeah, but it's not like Kyle cares.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I'm sure he.
I think like Cal does. He cares still.
Cal cares for pride, but like not for playoffs. What I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I mean it doesn't mean this year, but I think it's a pride thing still.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Like, you still want to win. You don't want to fucking.
No, yeah, for sure. Dude, I would be so bummed. Like my whole my whole lifestyle would be different if I was 1-8 and 1-9 in this league. Like,
yeah, I was talking to my family and my boss the other day, and I was like, I'm pretty sure the only thing that brings me joy at this point in time is football, and really just fantasy football.
Well, I won't say that much, but it's definitely my biggest hobby. So,
yeah, to find new hobbies, man. I think. Anyways, so next game.
All right. Let's go to what else is next? We did these. All right, so it's just us. Which one was better?
Did we do?
I guess this one was better.
Yeah,
we did Greg. We did that one. We did the tie. So I guess mine was technically was better, the higher scoring. All right, here we go. All right, ready? I'm gonna do my spiel. This is we're on my game.
Yep, let's hear it.
All right, inside the mind of the
day in the life of a loser.
Yeah, of a 95-point week, but of the first place. The whatever. I'm done with the tangent. So, silver linings for me. Big ones. Okay. DeAndre Swift is so legit. People don't realize it yet, but he is absolutely a stud. Watching that game was incredible. He got like almost every single carry. He was catching passes. He was hurdling dudes. He was juking dudes. He is so quick. And I said this in the chat, but DeAndre Swift is what I wanted Jonathan Taylor to be. And like he's a good between the tackles runner. He catches passes, and he has a control of the backfield right now. It is not a committee anymore, if last week was the indication. So that was great. Justin Jefferson is a freaking baller. And I know I benched him, but it was a road game against Chicago. The weather was questionable.
Yeah, whatever. I can't fault you for benching him, but he is a stud.
He's a stud, and moving forward, he'll be in my lineup every
Justin Jefferson doesn't worry me. Kirk Cousins is what worries me. Because you
never know what you're going to get with him. Yeah, I know, but he connects. So I took an L, and it was brutal, but I didn't have Mahomes. I didn't have Ridley. And it was like a cementing game for Swift and Jefferson in my lineup moving forward. And I have Waller, and I've got Joey Sly. So I'm coasting. I'm in first place. I'm on my way to a bye.
I got you the whole 6 points. So.
Yeah, I honestly don't know if he's a good kicker, but I don't know if he's as good of a fantasy option as he was last year. But
yeah. Well, I mean, hey man, at least it was a smart move on you to hang on to the Eagles D through the bye week.
Give me a whole 4 points. Yeah.
Devontae Parker, I guess with Tua, it ain't as great fantasy wise. You know, I think Tua was going to be a better quarterback, but with Fitzy, he didn't give a shit. He would just bomb it out to Devontae. Did you just
Yes,
pick Devontae up off waivers?
free agency.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's underrated, and I'm actually
No, he
excited to
is.
see.
I just like it's just crazy that like because of that blockbuster trade that Mark did, like Devontae just fell to the waiver wire. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean, like yeah, he only scored 5 points this week, but he's still talented.
hmm 3 games with Tua, he hasn't been that good, but I liked what I saw in the middle game.
Mhm,
And Parker actually made a sick one-handed touchdown catch, but his
mhm.
foot didn't come down. So,
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
um, I mean, you can't give him credit for a catch he didn't make,
and Goff.
but
The thing is that so really what fucked you this week, Jared Goff. And the thing is, Jared
hmm
Goff actually played well.
hmm
The Rams fucking beat Seattle. The problem is, anytime they just got in the red zone, they were just like, okay, here you go, Malcolm Brown. Here you go, Daryl Henderson. Here
it
you
was
go,
hard to
Cam
watch.
Akers. Like they just weren't throwing. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like man, like because he threw for over 300, like what, over 300 yards, like maybe over 350, and just like no touchdowns because like they just ran it in. So you don't
yeah,
get those little tap passes like Patty Mahomes, but
no. Yeah, but speaking of hard to watch, Brady and Kamara both with second half avalanches just to crush me.
yeah,
Look at the rest of his lineup outside of Brady and Kamara. Not that good. Like I might if things would have
Thielen
bounced my
did.
way a little better, I could have competed. But
Yeah,
freaking Kamara started the game with like the entire I think the first quarter he had 0 points. And Brady had a 1 yard sneak touchdown and at like in like the fourth quarter, and then he threw a completely garbage time touchdown to Gronk, which sucked. But
yeah, Brady's a sneaky bitch.
they're good. Like obviously this was a good week, and Kamara is like the most valuable player in fantasy this year. Like not necessarily fantasy MVP, but
Mm,
most valuable in terms of like fantasy value. You feel me? So
mm,
it was a tough
yeah,
loss. Quinn looks pretty solid. I'm not sure. I mean, Quinn does this weird thing where he like goes on crazy playoff runs, but I don't know. He could, dude, if he wins the third title, oof, the year after I got my third title, damn, that'd be hard to stomach. I'm not gonna
yeah. Shut up. No one cares.
lie. Yeah, sure. But yeah, he didn't even have Tyreek, and he put up 143. And
Yeah, that's tough.
and Drake
That's
is on the
tough.
IR. Yeah, it's tough. It's
Yeah,
tough.
I can't Drake. Honestly, Drake being on IR may have helped his case.
He's not gonna start
I
him
think you're
with
better off
Kareem
just playing
and
Drake.
Kamara. Yeah, no, you're right. You're definitely right. This is like his optimal starting lineup minus Tyreek.
I mean, finally starts Robert Woods. I mean, granted, Woods didn't do that great, but still. Jimmy Goose Egg, though. The thing
What
is, Jimmy Graham got 0 points, and he still picked up. Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of sucks though for him is that Noah Fant kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Dude, after week
I mean,
two,
he's
like Noah
been
Fant
hurt,
looked. He,
and
dude,
like,
yeah, he
I
did.
blame that more on his like Drew Lock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just like the dysfunctional offense. But dude, he looked like the breakout tight end of the year.
Yeah. I was eyeballing him when snagged him right before I was gonna take him. And so
Yeah,
I just went with old reliable. But
yeah. I was looking at taking a tight end like very, very end. So
mhm.
Quinn was a little more aggressive. And see what round. In the 10th round, yeah, I wasn't willing to do that, but that was a good pick. It's just he hasn't panned out.
Mhm.
But bright future, I would say.
Yeah.
All right, last one, and then I haven't been keeping track of the time, so I should probably hop this off before it ends abruptly.
Yeah. It's probably going to. We've been going on a little long.
All right,
So
last one is yours. Take it away, my friend.
well, I think I just kind of got lucky playing Alex this week. Uh, my, I mean, I hate to say it,
But
but
he scored 69 points. I feel you, bro.
Yeah, like that's rough.
Dude,
Like,
he had single digits from everybody but Ayuk and his kicker.
yeah, yeah. I mean, my team didn't do great, but they broke 100, and that was well enough. That was plenty of points to beat Alex this week. And I mean, Drew Lock scared me because he's ass until the fourth quarter, but not this time. And I mean, you look at his line, like Bernard and Thomas could have had a good game. Mooney should have had he could pop off at any moment. I did have a good game, but I mean, my team kind of underperformed, but enough of them did just what they needed to do. Nick Chubb,
Mhm.
even though he fucking stepped out of bounds to that fucking touchdown, I mean, he still had 18 points. Herbert, solid 24.
Sorry.
Rams
You
D
looking at that?
up. Hunter Henry finally got a touchdown. Fucking
Yeah.
tight end 2 on the week with 13 points. I was sketched out with AJ Brown scoring 3 points because he normally honestly my number one receiver. But and then between Mike Davis and Robbie Anderson, man, I don't know what to do with this Mike Davis Robbie Anderson duo.
Take a look. Let's take a look. Start with Robbie Anderson because we know Mike Davis is just a handcuff.
It's just like they just went on the downturn. And now PJ Walker is probably going to start next week.
Dude, PJ Walker, XFL legend.
Yeah, he's great in XFL, but I
No,
don't know
you
if I'm
definitely
used for
want.
Mike
You
Davis
definitely
or
want
Robbie
Teddy.
Anderson.
Definitely want Teddy.
I mean, Robbie Anderson at 15 against KC, but I mean, look at that. The last 5 weeks 11, 13, 9. Then he had that 15 against KC, and then fucking, what was that, 6?
Mhm.
Christ.
Not exactly what you want to see, and now Teddy's hurt, so
Yeah.
doesn't
And
feel
Mike
good.
Davis, I think, even has a worse stat line.
But you've got Crowder. You've got Chark. He's been okay.
That's what I mean. I've got
Very inconsistent, but
I've got mediocre talent and too much of it to the point where I don't know who to start. I don't even know if I'm going to start Clyde this week, truthfully.
I feel you, man.
Which hurts to say, but I have some optimism over the bye week, and even more so going into next year, just because I feel like he could take that next step. I think Clyde's very talented and all that offense. I think he can do a lot, and I like that they're involving him in the passing game. But man, if he doesn't get a touchdown, his week looks rough. Most of his weeks look
I'll
rough.
put you on the spot. So, how do you feel about Clyde as a keeper?
I mean, if I don't end up trading him this year, I'm probably going to keep him.
I feel you.
I mean,
Clyde and McCaffrey.
yeah, so I've got McCaffrey. If I don't keep Clyde, then it would be Nick Chubb and then maybe AJ Brown. I think my team's fine, but it's there's not a whole lot of studs on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
AJ Brown's good. Robbie Anderson's been better than anybody thought Robbie Anderson would be this year. Nick Chubb's good. Cooper Cup's solid enough, but I mean, I've honestly just kind of waiver wired my way through this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you didn't have two of your most important picks of the draft. I think third and fourth round, I think, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is literally this is probably as good as you could have done.
Oh yeah, so best case scenario. I mean, I'm not.
This probably is best case scenario.
Yeah, no, I mean, I may make fuck ups, but I'm still not an idiot.
Dude,
I'm
the
not
funny
great.
thing is that in order to cover your ass for your draft pick deficiency, you traded draft picks to get McCaffrey.
What's even funnier about that is yes, I did, but that McCaffrey trade really hasn't helped me all that much.
Totally hasn't.
I've got to play in one game.
You got you a dub though. You won by 12, and he 35 or something. 36.
True.
Dude, he's such a beast. Literally, look at this. He had 2 great games, and then he missed the entire season, and then just boom, 36. It's nothing.
The thing is, it's a keeper season, so that's why it helps out. But so
Yeah,
that's why it's well worth it this year. But yeah, I mean, mortgaging my future again. What are you gonna do?
I mean, but you got the most valuable player in all of fantasy. So
Last year, I mean, this year,
not this year, but
most
I mean,
player on IR.
he's still the number one player as far as like next year's rankings. I would say Kamara close second.
Yeah. What sucks is I could have had Kamara too,
You could have had Kamara too.
or Cook.
But the
Cook
thing
and
is,
Kamara are both on the board when I
the thing
first
is,
applied.
watch out for the Drew Brees retirement this offseason. Dude has a collapsed lung and 5 broken ribs. All right,
Yeah,
so
it'll be. Well, I mean, that was bound to happen even if he was end of the season healthy. It'll be
yeah,
interesting to see the Jameis effect in New Orleans. Let's see who picks up
Jameis, let's go,
Taysom Hill for tight end this week.
dude. I don't know about that strategy. It's a thing, but I'm not sure.
I thought about it, but Hunter Henry's like just solid enough for me to not do it because you could end up with like a fucking 20-point tight end, or you could end up with a 2-point tight end.
I saw Matthew Berry tweeted about the eligibility thing, and they basically said that like if he plays enough quarterback, they'll take away the tight end eligibility.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I listen to their podcast because they do a better job than we do. But
yeah, no, I listen to Matthew Berry too, but
hey man, don't sleep on Kyle and don't sleep on Alex. Like I know that they're fucking dead last this year, but they're coming back with a vengeance next year. So.
dude, that's actually hilarious that they're both. This game is like absolutely garbage, but next year, like these are the 2 teams to beat next season based on like their keepers and their draft like position.
Yeah. Wait. So who has keepers and who doesn't? I keep getting confused on that.
Both of these teams have 3 keepers.
Okay.
And Alex has your first round pick.
Yeah, and my 3rd round pick.
And Kyle has 3 first round picks.
He has 3 first round picks and 3 keepers.
He's got Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, and Saquon Barkley in 3 first round picks.
What the fuck? Okay,
Arguably,
Jesus.
it's arguably
trade
better.
deadline this week, boys. Let's balance this shit back out. Don't fuck around.
Dude, I'm thinking about offloading some picks. I'm thinking about making this worse. I might have to get my boy. I have to get my boy Deontay Johnson back or something. Who knows?
For this week,
I might give him a couple picks.
Year, I mean, you don't do it.
I might go to Alex. No, Alex, that's nobody I want.
It's gonna be miserable next year.
I might see what the Derrick Henry asking price is or something. Who knows?
Jesus.
All right, something to think about.
All right.
Yeah.
Good luck next year, boys.
Let's wrap it
Good
up.
luck this week.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, if I miss the playoffs, I almost wish I went like 1-8 just so I could pull some shit like that. But you boys got McCaffrey.
Dude, I bet they would tell you that it's not worth the pain. And I would rather be winning.
It doesn't matter. Wait, time out. If I miss the playoffs, though,
okay, yeah. No,
I'm in the same position they are in, but I'm better. Except I got McCaffrey.
You still have the offseason to make the moves, though. So, anyway, all right.
It's harder to leverage that when people are playing for this year.
All right. Let's wrap it up.
Cut the video.
I think we might be over. All right, man. Calling it. All right, peace out.
All right, bet. So, anyways,
I have to end it. We can get back on this.